Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Corley and today we're going to be doing a get ready with me. I'm thinking of doing a cranberry look because I remember I practiced a eye look. I have a picture of it on my phone. I practiced that eye look the other day and it looked really good to me. So it's this right here without the wing because I'm not really feeling the wing, but like a half cut crease, very cranberry. I'm gonna be using mainly my Modern Renaissance palette for this look. But yeah, so it's also a chatty get ready with me so I can have a little chat with you guys. It's been ages since I've been on YouTube because it was basically, I think from the mid-semester to the end of the semester, it was like hell. It was so hectic. I had no time to do nothing. So you know, I get to film now, so I'm gonna film my semester ended yesterday, and so today I was like, oh my god, let's film. This morning I couldn't even open my eyes because well, basically yesterday I had my last final, but we're gonna talk about this while we do our makeup. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So we're gonna start with priming our face actually. So I have moisturized my face, I have washed it, and now I'm gonna take my Benefit POREfessional and I'm gonna apply it all over this region, all over here. This is just gonna smooth our pores so you know we look poreless and doll-like. It's also not like a slippery pore filling primer because some pore filling primers are very slippery, and if you have oilier skin like me or combo, slippery pore filling primers are not good, but this one is really good for like all skin types. Now we're gonna clean underneath the brows because I always start with my eyes. And the reason why I do this, if you guys were wondering, is because I like to avoid fallout, because often I use very pigmented shadows and so fallout is inevitable. I'm gonna take this brush. This brush, if you guys have been following this channel for a while, you know this brush is one of my all-time favorites. I love it so much. It's the Simple Glam Girls. It's one of their oval set brushes. I think they sell this one individually. If you guys didn't know, I do have a coupon code with Simple Glam Girls. It's Coco Beauty, all caps, for 20% off the whole website. And it's an affiliate code also. I have an FTC disclaimer in my description box if you guys want to go check that out. I think it's important to have like FTC disclaimers because it is an affiliate. It is an affiliated code, which means that if you guys use it on a purchase, I do get a commission off of it. So I just want you guys to be aware. No one's forcing you to, you know. So I'm gonna take my Maybelline Better Skin Concealer in the shade 20 Light, and I'm just gonna carve out my brows and prime my eyelids. Now before this creases, because you don't want it to crease on your eyelid, you're gonna take a translucent powder. I'm taking the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder. This is translucent. And we're gonna take this Real Techniques contour brush, I think, yeah. And we're just gonna set it and forget it. You want to go touch your eye to make sure like the primer, well, the concealer is set. And if it's not as set as you want it to be, I'm just going to take a fluffy kind of packing brush. And I'm just going to go, especially in the crease, just so we can set it some more, because the crease is the place where you want the concealer to be set, because if it's not set, that's where your shadow is going to grab, and you want that seamless blend, so you don't want no shadow to grab. So I'm gonna take my Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is literally one of my favorite palettes. The shades are so beautiful, and yeah, let's get started. The first shade I'm gonna take is gonna be Raw Sienna, and I'm just gonna take it on a very fluffy brush to create the transition. Also, I washed all of my brushes, so please appreciate the sight of, you know, my brushes. So I always like to coat my whole entire brush, then I tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna blend. So you know, when you have that transition shade buffed in, we didn't use a lot of it, we didn't build it up either. We're gonna take the shade Buon Fresco. I don't like pronouncing this shade because I don't really know, like, is that how you pronounce it? Is the shade right here, Buon Fresco, and hopefully that's how you say it. But it's a very like muted dusty lavender that I'm just gonna you know, this is the transition shade I'm gonna build up, and I'm gonna build this up because, you know, this is more lavender. It's gonna tie in more with our, you know, cranberry tones. We're gonna make sure that all of the shadows we're gonna take in a crease, we're gonna drag right in the inner corner. I learned this trick from Tina Halada. It's because when you drag it up to the inner corner, it's gonna create a better contrast when you're gonna go and cut the lid, and it's just gonna look cleaner and sharper. When you have built your transitions to the desired effect, we're gonna go ahead and use a darker shade. I'm gonna go in with red ochre, and I'm just gonna build up like outer corner crease all the way into. So, you know, it looks good. I love red ochre. It's one of my favorite shades because it's very red and it's very like, I don't know, it's cute. Modern Renaissance is such a good palette. Like, Anastasia made the best color choices of life. Like this. So, you know, you see I only like packed the shade on one, the shadow on one side of the brush. And I'm packing this, then I dab the excess off, and I'm just gonna go right here. I'm gonna go ahead and blend the shade in my crease with it flipped like this so that it blends more, you know? And then I'm just gonna buff it into the eye. You guys, I am so excited. Okay, let me tell you why. So, you know, I just finished my semester yesterday, and I have like a month break. And since it's between 2 semesters, you know, it's not like high school where even during winter break you have like assignments. Well, I don't know if you guys did, but I remember when I was in high school, we would have assignments to do like for when we were back from winter break, which, to be honest, is not the best thing ever. But yeah, so since it's like different semesters, I will have literally all the time in the world to like just film videos, wear makeup, and have some fun. I'm a big believer that blending is key, so we're gonna take the shade Buon Fresco, the second transition shade we use, tap out the excess, and just go around the edges and just buff. So now that we have built red ochre, we have a little more depth to the eye. We're gonna take Love Letter. Love Letter is really the shade that's gonna give it the tone, the cranberry tone, because it's gonna be mixed with red ochre, so it's gonna give us the perfect little, I don't know, tone. But we're gonna take Love Letter right here, and we're kind of gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna overlap it onto red ochre. It's a very like magenta kind of a shade, so it's really gonna set the tone. Oh yes, yes, I love so much Love Letter. It's one of my favorite shades of the palette. Now to deepen up the eye for real, we're gonna take the shade Cypress Umber right here, and this shade is so pigmented, so we're gonna have to go very lightly. Like, it's literally way too pigmented. It's the most stressful part of the tutorial is the half cut lid. So the thing I found would be the best for people that have really like draggy eyelids, or people that just have trouble, because I see so many people on YouTube using these flat brushes to do the cut creases. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna use that one too, and I would just like do it, but like because my eyes are not firm, like I don't have firm skin on my eye, it's very loose. So I decided that, you know, when you take this one, there's less surface that's hitting it, so it's like it's not gonna fold your eyelid as much. Hopefully I succeed so I don't look dumb. I'm gonna go back with my Maybelline Better Skin Concealer, and I'm just gonna pray Jesus, because this is very risky. This is a risky thing. It could either make or break my eye look. Since we're doing a half cut, I'm not gonna talk while I do this, but like we're gonna like start here and just connect it to the inner corner. So now when you've achieved this, which is the cut part, we're gonna take our little, what is it called, accent brush. I'm so good at this. And we're just gonna, you know, just drag the concealer down while adding some a little as well. But I just want you to know, like, when you do this, you don't want to put too much concealer, because the more concealer you put, it's going to be a thicker layer on your eye, and it's just going to be kind of nasty. Because when the picture I showed you at the beginning of the video of the look I wanted to kind of recreate, It's I put too much. You can't see it on picture, but in like real life it looked a little, it didn't look cute. And I'm now gonna take this brush and I'm gonna take a mix of Love Letter and Red Ochre, and I'm just gonna try to blend in the concealer like low key. We're just gonna, you know, hit it with a little feathering action. Now for the shimmer we're gonna be using. I have like so many brushes right now. For the shimmer we're gonna be using, it's not part of the Modern Renaissance palette, it's part of the Morphe palette, Morphe 35O, and it is this shade right here. This shade right here is a super shimmery pink. I don't know, you guys, I don't really know what it is, but I'm just gonna take it. Ooh guys, it's coming together. And we're gonna go back into a mix of Red Ochre and Love Letter, and we're just gonna, you know, just gonna blend it like so. You see this? You see this? You see this? Ooh, this is so bomb. So we're gonna do the same thing for the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, so our cut creases are done. Let me just close my eyes so you guys can see. So I'm gonna apply my lashes, and I'll be right back. So we got the lashes kind of put on again. As always, they look wonky. I have so much eyelash glue on my eyelid right now, but I'm not a professional, so y'all will deal with it. So I do have some fallout, so I'm just gonna clean that up real quick. Right here. It's not really important, but yeah. So when we've cleaned the fallout, I'm gonna take the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Spotlight. This is in the shade Opal. It's because I've been quite dry, and so this is just gonna add a little glow before we put on the foundation. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. small stipple blush, and I'm just gonna, you know, buff it all in, just to make sure we got a little bit of glow to the skin. I don't know if it's gonna do anything. I always see people on Instagram do this, so if it doesn't do anything, it's all on you, Instagram babes. I am going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in the shade Golden. This is more of a matte like foundation, so I don't know if using it is a wise choice, but oh, you guys, it's really, I'm sorry guys, it's been so long since I've had access to full coverage. What was I gonna use? I was gonna use this brush. This is also for Simple Glam Girls, and I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna kind of spread it with this brush so I don't lose a lot of coverage spreading it, and then I'm probably gonna go in with my beauty blender just to make it more skin-like. For concealer today, we're gonna take the Pro Conceal. I totally forgot the name. It's Pro Conceal by LA Girl. This is in the shade Pure Beige. Oh my god damn it. I took a lot of this. I don't know why I took so much of this, but yeah, we're gonna blend it out with a beauty blender. Also, prepare your powder, this for when you're done blending it out, because you don't want it to crease. So I'm so bad at chit chat. Get ready with me. It's like I don't know what to talk about. If you guys have any idea of what I could talk about in my chit chat, get ready with me. Get ready with me. Please tell me. I love to know. We're gonna take a big fluffy, very fluffy. If you know where that's from, comment down below. We're gonna take a fluffy brush and we're just gonna, you know, set the face. And then we're gonna go in with the Maybelline Better Skin Superstay face powder. This one is Natural Beige 50. I'm gonna take a Love Letter and Red Ochre with the brush that Anastasia blessed us with, and yeah. And then we're gonna take Buon Fresco, and we're just gonna, I know I've been using this quite a lot, but this is the e.l.f. Blush Palette in Light, and I'm actually gonna take this shade, which definitely matches better than the NYX shade I took. I don't know why I picked that one. But yeah, so we're gonna take this shade, tap off the excess, and since this is a more like snatched look in my opinion, we're just gonna go like so. That's what I do to get my cheeks. I look so dumb, but I do like this, and then I'm just gonna apply it. Just watch. Like so. So we're gonna apply it like very like in like, I don't know how to explain it to you. We're gonna take the e.l.f. highlighter in the shade Blush Gems because it's pinkier, but I might actually use a base of this Maybelline Master Chrome highlight, which by the way, they are coming out, or they already came out, I think, with this is molten gold. They have a molten rose gold. It makes me so happy. You guys don't understand. So yeah, I'm gonna take the fan brush to apply this. By the way, all the unicorn brushes are from Simple Glam Girls as well. Use my code for 20% off. No, sorry. So we're just gonna hit it a little. Hit it with some glow. I'm just gonna basically hit it like with a glow base, because this is like a nice base in my opinion for some blinding pink highlights. So we're gonna take the blinding pink highlight. By the way, if you guys want to use these highlighters, you have to scrape the top part so you get to like the, you know, the good part, because it's very dry when you first use it. And one thing that I've noticed in my pictures, sorry if I'm out of frame, but one thing that I've noticed in my pictures is that often the inner corner right here, it's so naked and it looks a little weird. So I'm gonna take my powder on this fluffy brush and I'm just gonna, you know, blend it right here. Like you don't want to pack it, you want to blend it. I'm gonna take the Modern Renaissance and we're gonna take the shade Vermeer because it's pinky toned right here Vermeer, and we're just gonna highlight our inner corners, because what is a eye look without an inner corner highlight? Right here. Now we are going to go onto lips. I'm gonna first line my lip with an unsharpened liner. I didn't know if it was sharpened or not, so I figured, you know, I will see. This is the Essence lip liner in Soft Berry. It's a berry shade, so it's gonna go with this eye look. Now we're gonna take the Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade 903C Just Peachy. If you're a fan of Tati, you know she's used this lipstick. Like, she used to use and abuse this lipstick, and she's the reason why I bought it. But what I didn't realize is that she was way lighter than me skin tone wise, so her nudes are not necessarily my nudes, you know. But yeah, this is really bright. Let me see if I can tone it down a little with this gloss, but like, this, guys, concludes my get ready with me for this makeup look. I hope you guys enjoy it, you know. I enjoyed filming it because I haven't worn makeup in so long, so to me it was really like fun. It was a great activity. It made me really happy. And I mean, we're looking good, you know. So if you guys recreate this look, please tag me on Instagram, Twitter, tag me everywhere. Tag me everywhere where you did your makeup, and I'll like to check it out. Also, if you like me, my personality, or the content I put up on YouTube, then feel totally free to subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.